Hi everyone, for our APES documentary, me, Nimit, Michael, and Subu decided to focus on sustainable housing. Now, what exactly is sustainable housing? It's basically the construction of wetlands and sustainable environments near housing in order to protect the species and wildlife nearby, such that the housing development doesn't affect the pre-existing species that used to live here.
This is an example of sustainable housing development near Graff Street in Springville, and what they've decided to do is keep this, the spring and the creek here and all the fauna still alive without removing it all, and keep it between the neighborhoods, and that makes it sustainable and environmentally friendly.
Hi, this is site number 2, and then as you can see back there, there's housing development near Laidlaw and Pirate Park. And then even though they built those two places, they've still managed to keep many of the trees alive and species around and providing aesthetic value.
As you can see here, we're at our third site where we have preserved a wetland very nicely near housing development that has occurred. As you can see, there has been a beaver dam right there, indicating that a keystone species has been preserved in this environment. As such, this type of development is very, very environmentally friendly. And there has been a corridor beneath the bridge to allow the beavers to pass through.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Right next to the housing development, proving that this is a very environmentally friendly type of development. As you can see here, this is how some of the environment looked like before the development took place. Although there aren't any clear-cut examples of how the total landscape looked like before any development took place, such examples like these can give us a clear, an insight to what this environment looked like before. And furthermore, we can talk about some of the changes that have occurred based on the housing development. For one, this bridge, and in other places you will see fences and parkways for people to access the environment, similar to how the tourism industry has promoted agro-tourism.
Here's everyday citizens' opinions on the urban housing development.
I like houses, and the trails have been very useful for people to walk to places.
Some critics argue that this kind of development isn't sustainable because it disrupts the habitats and destroys the natural beauty of the land, while some people think that it is because they build corridors for animals to get through, and it even receives funding through THPRD to give help to species that need it.
In terms of new developments for sustainable housing, there's been consistent work on the trails to make sure they're repaired every once in a while, and there have been new trailheads being made for the past 5 or so years.
As for actions the public should take, they should respect the wildlife and treat the habitat the way it was before construction.
As for our thoughts about the sustainable changes that have occurred, we personally believe that the aesthetic value and the interactions that we get to have with nature are one of the best things about the development that has taken place. And we believe that doing such things in the future and applying this model to other states where sustainable housing development does interfere with the environment would be beneficial.
Let's try to be sustainable.